Hello, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? We should probably get started over here too, huh? Check that out. Oh, hold on. Flipping on all sorts of stuff. Check me out. I don't even know what the heck I got going on over here. I got all sorts of stuff going on over here. All right, well, welcome back. We are back today. You said just had two margs, huh? You had two margs, now you're ready to party? Tomorrow is 60 days sobers for you. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's really awesome. I don't think I'm allowed to get completely sober. I still am a Chargers fan, so it's still too stressful. So, just kidding, just kidding. You met a real life MAGA on Facebook? Unfortunately, my Facebook's full of them. Yeah, I got a ton of them. Democratic mayor won in Miami. No, that's good. At least Miami pulled their head out of their ass a year too late. Maybe Miami should have started trying to, be a little smarter about a year ago. Oh yeah, had a great game yesterday. That's why I'm rocking the Chargers fleece today. Didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to. But that's okay. Tara, thank you so much for the coral. I appreciate that. Why did that just get so much darker? Uh-oh. There you go. I might have forgot to turn something on. I got a new camera over here, and I really shouldn't have even turned it on. Like I didn't have enough time to actually properly set it up. But I did it anyway. So if it starts like looking crazy, I apologize. If it starts looking crazy, that's why. It's because I didn't. I mean, it is a setting I didn't turn on or off or something. Oh, you know what? I actually can pretty much bet what I didn't do, which was. I guess they're both sitting on it. Let's see what's up. Yeah, crazy win, overtime win with a quarterback with one hand and an O line that's non-existent. That's why I didn't sleep. I was so amped up out of the game, I couldn't go to sleep. Yeah, I was literally so amped up. I was just like laying in bed, like, wow, ah! Losing my mind. No reason to be iced out. It's always time to be iced out. What are you talking about? Y'all are lucky I'm not completely jerseyed out like Chargers gear head to toe. Should I go? I mean, I can throw the hat. The hat's just right behind me. Should we go throw the hat on too? Shoot, we can get it on over here. I can go downstairs get a couple jerseys. I'll hang up jerseys in the background. we can make a whole thing out of this if you really want. All right. Yeah, apparently that was the first time a singular player had committed 2 turnovers in a singular play since 1970. Yeah, Jalen Hurts threw the touchdown or threw the interception. Then they fumbled it. He recovered the fumble and then fumbled it again. It was pretty impressive. Good times, good times. That was a good game, though. It was a good game. I don't know, Corey. Just out here, just out here living life, I guess. Just out here living life. Well, that's why I was off yesterday. I was out watching the Chargers game, and that's how we're back today. And that way we can get back into it. I'm sure we'll have an evening. We'll make an evening of it. What do you guys think? Sure, we can make an evening of it. Oh my goodness, I'm not even set up all the way over here. See, I told you, I was trying to set up this camera. I was Russian. Not like Putin Russian, like rushing. Don't even have all my stuff turned on. I'm trying to like pin comments and all sorts of stuff. And there we go. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? Got stuff on the screen now. Yeah, no, I heard in passing about the Miami mayor. I do not keep up generally with Miami politics. But sorry, I apologize. I don't think that didn't Miami-Dade County go and Brevard County both go red last year? Like, sorry, you think you're back in my good graces because you fucking put a elected Democratic mayor? Like, I mean, it's nice and everything. Maybe you should have pulled your head out of your ass last year. Sorry, I just have more faith in my, being a Floridian myself. Dagger, thank you so much. Being in Florida myself, I just was very disappointed last year looking at the election map in Florida. They have not gotten back into my good graces yet. They have not gotten back into my good graces yet. All right, they're gonna need a lot more work than freaking putting in one mayor. Like literally in Florida, DeSantis is trying to make it easier for public schools, public high schools, to have pretty much a chapter of Turning Point at the high schools. That's a real thing that's happening here. Okay. A real conversation that I had to have with my child is not to join Turning Point. That's a real conversation. Okay. I don't know. Am I considered a Floridian? I'm not sure. I wasn't born here. I have lived here for long. How long do you have to live in a place before you thank you guys so much for clearing that gift goal. I appreciate that. How long do you have to live in a place before you become like that's your place? You know what I'm saying? Serious question. $10 years? So I'm at 9. I'm at 9. So I guess I don't get to claim Florida yet. I'm at 9. I'll hit 10, I think, in September. Someone said 6 months. just go there on vacation. You can claim it. Who cares? just go there on vacation. If you've been to Disney World, you can claim Floridian. That's pretty much what that guy thought. You know I'm always gonna claim that IE. You know I'm always claiming IE. All right. You're gonna live in a place all your life and it still not be your home. That is true. Yeah, just fly over it. Like, yeah, like, oh, there's Iowa. I guess I'm from there now. Yeah, if that's the case, I'm from all sorts of places. I got a whole list then. 951 in the his house. $951 in the his house. Oh, I guess I should put this thing on now, huh? No, Florida they disappointed me. I expected Florida to show up, like, especially with all the, like my home state of California, having such a high, Hispanic population. I thought they would show up, but they didn't. You know when I really felt like I became like at least part Floridian? It's when I changed my phone area code. When I finally did that, I was like, oh, like I guess it's here now, right? I guess I don't have a choice. Guess it's just part of it now. All right. Well, I'm gonna at least turn on the phone line, see if we can get this thing started. What did Florida do? They're just talking about Miami and Miami electing a Democratic mayor. That's it. We're just talking about that. Yeah, we're just talking about that. But let's not forget Florida just recently like freaking had like some of the highest Republican numbers voting for Trump just last year, right? And they shot down legalizing marijuana, I'm pretty sure, last year. Yeah, that was it. What else they shoot down? They I'm sorry. They just got a lot more to do to get in my good graces. Get started by getting rid of what is it? Ron DeSanctimonious. what did Donald Trump call him? Donald Trump had a name for that fool at some point. Ron DeSanctimonious. He wears the platform shoes. He wears the platform shoes because he's so short, because he's so tiny. Ron DeSatan. Got a whole bunch of different ones over here. Ron DeSatan. All right, we'll go with that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Blue. Yeah, okay. So, dude, my guys, yeah, I know it's exciting. I know that we're voting in like all these mayors and shit like that. Like, and that's great. Okay. These mayors don't exactly have like the most power here, right? We need governors and representatives. Like, mayors are cool. Mayors can do very like little, specific things, and that's all great. Okay. But as long as Ron DeSatan is in charge over here, I don't think he's going to get very far. I don't think he's going to get too far. Sorry, I know my Trump impression isn't the best Trump like the best Trump impression, but it does make me laugh. But it does make me. Yeah, I make myself laugh with my impression. Little Marco Rubio. Little Marco. I will say, for as bad as Trump is, it is a fun impression to do. Can you imagine if I had to like do like a JD Vance voice? What does that even sound like? You thought my impression was pretty good? It has gotten better over time, for sure. It has gotten better over time. I got to get the head motion is what I don't like. I don't have the head motion yet. I can do the hands. I always mess up the head motion. The hand Sorry, I messed up the head motion. I got the hand motion. Ari is moving her old desk to her new. I hope so. I spent all night building that damn thing. I would hope so. I would hope so. No audio for caller. That's because there's not a caller. So that's why you don't hear them, because there isn't one. That's why. JD just changes his voice depending on JD just changes his voice based on what room he's in or who he's trying to oppress, to do whatever. JD's a fucking snake, dude. That dude's a fucking weasel. That dude's a weasel. True story. The hell was that? Things are making noises. Yeah, I just opened up the phone line, so whenever somebody wants to call, we can start phone calls, but hey, we gotta wait. I understand that Trump supporters don't really want to talk much lately. That doesn't bother me. I'll sit here and talk all day. It doesn't bother me. They're the ones that are very few and far between. I think that's why you see it all over the place. That's why they're just running from everything. Who has less charisma, JD or DeSantis? Oh, JD. It's JD. For sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know who's a worse person, but JD definitely has less charisma. Yeah. That's why he only pulls couches. Ayo. That's why he only pulls couches. You can't talk to nobody else. He's had 3 pulls in his whole life. It's his wife, his couch, and Charlie Kirk's wife. That's the only 3 pulls that freaking JD Vance has ever had in his entire life. Think about how shitty it is being married to Charlie Kirk and then being cheated on too. That's wild. Like, you already fucked up the first time and then you get cheated on it. That's fucking wild. Hello, how are you?
Hey man, just a big fan of yours. Just wanted to say hi.
Hi. I'm glad to hear it, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It's me, Big Chris from the chat.
Big Chris? What's going on, Big Chris? You having a good day, Big Chris?
Hey man. Yep, just wanted to say thanks for everything and thank you for informing me with a lot of politics.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I hope I can continue to do that.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Ron is more evil? I don't think so. I don't think Ron is more evil. So, why do you not support Trump? Y'all, if you guys still support Trump and you want to tell me why you still support Trump, I have my guest request box open over on TikTok, and then I have my phone line open too, which is right above my head or to the side. So if you'd like to have a conversation about that, then call in. I can't have a conversation. I can't call right now? Okay, well then you can call later. That's pretty easy. Yeah. If you can't call now, that's totally fine. You can call later, but it doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and answer your chat. So, Shawnee, thank you so much for the floating heart. I appreciate that. Kai, I see the fingers over there. I really appreciate that too. Chase, thank you so much for the 100. ASMR, thank you so much for the Sunday. And CBT, thank you so much for the marshmallow. I appreciate that. Hello. All right, goodbye. Am I lagging? Why are you lagging? I hope I'm not lagging. Let's see who this person is.
Hello.
Why do you sound like that?
Well, that's where I'm from. I'm from Minnesota. Yeah.
That wasn't even a Minnesota accent.
Yeah, it is. It's Minnesota. I promise.
No. It's not.
Ja,
Trust me.
ja,
Trust me. I know lots of people from Minnesota. That's not what they sound like.
I'm
not
a
even.
settler from
It's not even. It's
Prussia.
not even a good impression.
I'm a settler from Prussia.
All right. Well, you're not worth talking to.
I'm a
Okay, we're gonna move on to someone else, guys. I don't know why people try to get me with the accent thing. Like, guys, again, I I talk to people all the time. Okay, I know what people from Minnesota sound like. You're not it. Weird start to the day. Weird start to the day. Yeah, that sounded very German. It sounded very German. So, yeah, I don't know why people are weird today. There must be like a I don't know, like a full moon or a Trump rally going on or something like that. Is it a Trump rally tonight? Is he telling us what his MRIs are about? Are we finally finding out what Donald Trump's MRI results are about? They're about eggs? I don't think Donald Trump has eggs. Pretty sure they're gone by now. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, what's up? Is
Do
this
you
a
do
show
you-
online?
Yeah. Do you still support Trump?
Hell yeah. Well,
Do you know what's
yeah.
going on? Did he tell you what's going on with his MRIs?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, neither have we. We're still waiting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't follow the news every day, but
Oh,
yeah, an
well,
MRI, it's pretty
I-
normal when you're 81 years old.
It is not. No, especially when you don't know what that MRI is about.
That's actually pretty common.
You've
Usually they
taken
do the MRI
MRIs
of the
and
whole
you don't.
body.
Hold on. No, they do not MRI your whole body at 80 years old for anything. That's not true.
Oh,
at
they
all.
do. Yeah,
they do not actually.
There's
There's
you
been
can get a full body MRI.
yeah, no, that's not what happened
You
at all.
can.
Okay, but again, Donald.
Also,
Oh no, not
why is
also.
it- why
I'm
would the
still.
president-
I'm still.
Why would the
I'm-
president have to disclose his personal medical details to the entire country and the press?
When asked about it, Donald Trump said, "I don't know why I received an MRI," and I think that's a bigger issue, right? Like if you're saying he doesn't have to disclose it, and if he was like, I had an MRI, I don't need to disclose it, then I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I guess he has something there, but he said, I don't know why, and then when they came out with it, they came out with a fake procedure that doesn't exist, right? After they said he was going there for a physical and not for an MRI. And this was right after they said he was going, after he said he was taking an IQ test, which turned out to be a dementia test. Isn't that kind of weird?
I mean, sure, but I don't see how that's going to affect my views on Trump's politics.
Well, let me ask you a question then. Did you think Biden was too old to be president?
I thought Biden was obviously senile.
Gotcha. So when
It
it
was
comes
very
to
apparent when he was on
Biden,
stage.
you care about his mental health, but when it comes to Trump, you don't.
I don't see Trump acting mentally senile on stage and walking in
Really?
the wrong direction and
You want me to show you
falling
video?
downstairs.
Let me show you video.
I mean,
I can show you
you
videos of
don't
both
need
of
to
those
show me
things.
video.
There's videos of both
Go
of
ahead.
those things.
Show me Trump lost on stage. Having
Yeah,
been
sure. You
guided.
can actually look up the video with him and the Prime Minister of Japan.
Have you
Sir,
ever heard
sir,
Trump
sir,
make
sir.
up words on stage?
Yes, many
Have you
times
ever
actually.
heard Trump? All right, that's not gonna that's what you got.
Yeah.
You're
So
gonna
when he was with the
Bring up all
Japanese,
these irrelevant little
no,
all
sir.
these irrelevant little
No,
stabs
it's
at
not
him.
that it's not about them being irrelevant little stabs. It's the fact that you cared so much about it when it was Biden, and now when it's Trump and Trump is doing the exact same thing. Because
It's
if you
not
actually,
the same thing
sir,
at all.
sir, are you
That's
gonna
not
let me?
even at
Are you
all
gonna let me
comparable.
finish my sentence?
Did
please?
you watch
Sir,
the debate
sir,
between Trump and
Sir,
Biden? Does
it's
Trump
sir,
look that bad?
Sir. I would like to finish my statement if that's all right with you.
Your statement's fucking stupid.
Well, you can think it's
Quite
stupid, but I
honest.
would like to be able to finish it regardless.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you guys complained about Joe Biden falling downstairs. I have videos of Donald Trump falling upstairs. I didn't even know that was a thing. You had a thing about Joe Biden freaking
You've never tripped on a
sir,
step going up the stairs?
sir. This is that same statement still. We're not done. Okay? We're going to work on this little thing called self-control. You think you can handle it?
You've never tripped going up. You never,
Sir, we're going to work on this little
time.
sir, we're going to work on this little thing called self-control. Do you think you can pull it off?
I can't believe this.
Okay.
This
Well,
is
I'm
your
going to finish
hammer
my
on Trump.
sentence. No, sir. Again, this is not a hammer on Trump. This is just me trying to complete a statement.
So
okay,
many better things,
sir.
actual criticism.
I bet
and
we
your
could. You
criticism
know what?
is
I
that he
bet
has
if you.
dementia.
I bet if you let me finish my sentence, we could actually get to some of those.
Why don't
but-
we just
But
skip
see,
the fucking
no, but we're
step
not.
thing
No,
and
wait,
him having
but we're not.
dementia,
But we're
'cause clearly he
not.
doesn't.
But we're not.
Clearly
because
he
we're
does.
not.
That's just so
But we're
stupid.
not,
That's
sir.
just
But
so
sir.
stupid.
Sir, we're not. Because if I can't get a singular statement out, then I have no will to continue this conversation with you because I don't believe that you'll let me get a singular conversation out at any other point in time. Okay? Because
All right,
we
you
do
clearly
need to,
wrote these
in order to
arguments
have
down,
this
and
conversation.
this is what you want to
Sir,
talk about.
in order to have this
because if you had
conversation, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and, in order to have a conversation, we do both have to be able to get some type of statement out. And since I've not been able to get one out, I am going to finish this one and we're not moving on until I do. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, perfect.
Hear it.
You guys complained about Joe Biden wandering around like a Roomba. We watched him do that with the Prime Minister of Japan. You guys complained about him not being able to walk in a straight line. Donald Trump did the exact same thing when he went to go meet Putin and couldn't stay straight on the red carpet. You guys complained about Joe Biden tripping and falling upstairs or downstairs, just like Donald Trump is doing right now. You're talking about him freaking freezing on stage. Donald Trump has done that multiple times. You said about him falling asleep. Donald Trump is literally falling asleep in the middle of meetings. You talk about every single thing that you guys said was happening to Biden. Donald is exactly happening to Donald Trump, okay? And it's really funny how easy it is to point it out because these things weren't actually highlighted whatsoever until Donald Trump started making them highlighted. But I think it should be concerning at any point in time when the president of the United States, okay, says he's taking an IQ test when he's actually taking a dementia test and said it was really hard, especially in somebody whose father, I believe, had Alzheimer's and it's genetic. Right. So I think whenever we get to those facts, whether it's Biden, whether it's Trump, whether it's any of these presidents, especially in the ages of 80 plus years old, we should be very, very concerned with the health of the president. I think that that's an issue regardless of what side they're on.
All right, sure.
So
I don't think Trump has any visual signs of having dementia.
Okay,
but
well, if you don't want to
I'm
pay
not
attention,
gonna
that's
sit here
fine.
and argue. I don't know how I'm going to sit here and argue. You're saying he does. I'm saying he doesn't.
I'm saying that he's showing the exact same symptoms that Biden was that you called dementia. Yes, he is.
No. Go watch the debate between Trump and Biden right before Biden dropped out.
Sir, I watched the debate
Go
between
ahead.
I did. I watched the debate between Biden and Trump, and Biden did very, very poorly. And then I watched the debate between Trump and Kamala Harris, and Donald Trump looked just like Biden did in that debate.
Yeah, because those
he got
people
fucking
that were running
worked,
that debate
dude.
were fucking doing the debate for her. But yeah, sure.
Oh, gotcha.
How'd that work out for her?
So
How'd
again,
that work out for
so
her?
again,
How'd
so
that work out?
when it's Biden, it's an issue. When it's Trump, it's not. I'm just
I
showing
don't
that
see
you
why
you
this
just
is
don't have an
Trump.
ability
Don't
to
you
you
wanna
don't
talk
have
about
you don't
policy?
have an
Don't you wanna talk
ability
about political positions?
you don't have an ability to be to be genuine, and that's fine.
I just thought I would call in and you would ask me about political positions and all that, not debating on if Trump's MRI was a tumor or whatever the fuck.
I actually didn't mention anything about a tumor.
Well, I didn't mention anything. I didn't say a tumor specifically. I said a tumor or whatever. I mean, he's 81 years old. He's having an MRI. It very likely could be a tumor. It could be, I mean, a lot of things. People have MRIs.
Should we not be concerned
and
if the president has a
They don't
tumor?
always do them. No, MRIs are very normal when you're 81 years old.
They're
Do you not
not.
have grandparents?
I do, and they
Do
do
you not
not
have grandparents?
They do get MRIs, very, very specific MRIs for very specific problems.
That's not always
Like
true.
I'll make an
That's
example.
not
My
always
mom
true.
just had an MRI, and she actually just turned 80, so it's actually a very perfect example. My mom just turned 80, and she just had an MRI. She called me up to ask about it because she had never had one, and I have had multiple MRIs. Right. And so she asked me how it was, and I asked her why she was having an MRI. And she told me very specifically, I'm having an MRI for X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to tell you the exact reason because, that's her personal medical stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it was very much for a specific thing, for a specific problem that she was having, a health issue that she was having. She wasn't.
Your mother's not the president. You don't think the president is getting the utmost medical care, and perhaps they are doing MRIs I don't know what the word, kind of like preventative maintenance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Nope.
if
There
your
is
mother
no
could
such
afford
thing
the same
as
medical care.
Nope.
If your mother could afford the same medical care as the president, I'd be shocked. I'm sure the
She
president.
definitely cannot. But no matter how much money you can spend on medical care, say you're a quadrillionaire or whatever, and you could have all of the best medical care on the entire planet, still nowhere in the medical community does it ever exist to have a preventative MRI. It doesn't exist. Whether
It
you're the
does
president
exist.
or not.
The reason it doesn't exist for me and you is because
No,
we
it
can't
doesn't
afford
exist in medicine. It doesn't exist
There's-
in
The
medicine,
reason it
sir.
doesn't exist is because there's a 3-month waiting list to get an MRI for most people. That's why it's
Sir,
not.
I just
it's
said
not,
if you were a quadrillionaire, I don't think there's a 3-month wait. You could literally buy your own MRI machine. It still wouldn't be a preventative MRI.
there's preventative MRI.
There is not.
I mean, I don't even know how. There certainly is.
There is not, sir.
You never heard.
Okay, well, how about
cancer-
this? How about this, sir?
screening.
How about this, sir? Okay, I have read the reports from the New York Times, Washington Post, Fox News, and about 6 other different independent sites, including AP News, who have all gathered multiple radiologists, doctors, and general health technicians, and have all done reports on this, and who have all said there is no preventative MRI. So I'm going to take those literally, like, probably
Yeah,
close
for
to
me and you, there's not.
no,
You're right.
no,
There's
sir,
preventative
sir.
MRIs for me and
I'm
you.
going to go ahead and take
Yeah.
those literally hundreds of doctors who have been quoted in these studies saying there's not, and I'm going to take their opinion over you. And you're a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so your singular freaking doctoral opinion. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the hundreds of doctors outside of that and not yours. Okay.
All right. Go ahead. That's.
Yeah.
I mean. So, are you ready to talk about like his policies and why I would support him? Because I haven't even heard of the MRI thing.
Yeah, I know
And
you
I mean,
haven't.
honestly, Trump having an MRI would
that's
make me not want to
that's
vote
what's
for him.
really funny is that instead of moving on to policy, you are literally arguing with me that Donald Trump's MRI is preventative, and you didn't even know it had happened.
I would assume it was.
Yeah, I know. It's just
I would
it's just
assume the
funny to
president
me
could
that,
have
that
MRIs.
you're so adamant that it was preventative when you hadn't even heard that it had happened.
I mean, I would assume it's either he's sick or it's preventative. I mean, what do you want?
It's the first one.
If he's sick, that's okay. People get sick. That wouldn't make me stop supporting him.
You don't get
He
an
could die
MRI
tomorrow, I
because
would
you're
still
cold.
say I supported him.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I mean, should I stop
I think we
supporting
should be
someone
worried
because they're
about the
dying?
president's health. So
Well, if the president is, having health complications, he should step out, and the vice president should step in. But I wouldn't say, I don't support the president because he had a MRI and no diagnosis.
oh,
and
sir,
hasn't stepped out
that's not why I don't support Donald Trump. That was just a little sidebar.
Great. So can
That
we get on
literally,
why you
sir,
don't support
sir,
Donald
that
Trump? Can we
literally
actually
should,
get onto that?
sir, that literally should have been the first 15 seconds of this conversation. But instead of just letting it be 15 seconds, you had to argue with me and not let me speak, and that's why it's
Great.
still dragging on to this time.
I support
okay?
Trump because I want to get rid of all the illegal immigrants,
And why is
and I
that?
don't think he's doing a good enough job.
And why is that?
You with that?
No. I asked, why do you think we should get rid of all the illegal immigrants? According to what you said.
Because they bring down wages for the working class. They came into the country illegally. They broke the law. A lot of them don't assimilate, depending on what country they're coming from. I have lots of reasons for why I want the illegal immigrants deported.
Okay, well, let's start with the first one. Okay, no, they do not actually bring
Yeah.
down wages in the first.
Yes, they do.
No, sir.
Yes, they do.
Sir, you heard how I let you
You
say
work
all,
construction.
sir,
You work construction.
sir,
You work construction.
sir. Did you hear how
You know
I
how
let
much roofers make?
Sir, I'm muting you now. No one can hear you. Okay. So this is why I didn't want to move on with the conversation earlier, because I didn't think that you'd be able to have a conversation. I let you tell me all the reasons why you wanted to get rid of what you called illegal immigrants, right? So now it's my turn to respond. So it's not your turn to talk anymore. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right. So what I was saying is actually they don't bring down wages. Actually, they provide jobs and they actually boost our economy, which actually helps most American jobs. Now, while you do have specific things, like within a certain, sectors and this and that, where it could, bring down wages temporarily, as a whole, they are actually a net benefit, right? They actually provide like a complementary jobs, right? So they provide things like, let's say things like dishwashers, things like, busboys and stuff like that, which actually allow people like American citizens who usually work as waitresses waitresses and or waiters and bartenders and stuff like that. They actually provide those jobs that Americans don't want to do, which actually allows Americans to actually do the jobs that they want to do. If you actually look at immigration as a whole, according to most studies, they actually provide jobs at almost a 1-to-1 rate. For every immigrant that comes in, it actually provides a job for an American citizen. Not to mention the fact that we actually don't have the amount of workers that we actually need in this country already. So by getting rid of those undocumented immigrants, we actually would actually like slow our economy to a very Sir.
I should respond to that.
Sir, I'm not too far ahead. My
wife is a restaurant manager.
All right. I'm muting you again. Sir, I am literally on 1.1A of what you said. Okay? 0.1A. Okay? Why? How old did you say you were, sir?
You never asked me.
Okay, how old are you?
26.
You are 26 years old. Okay. Can we please try to have a conversation that doesn't act like you haven't graduated like kindergarten?
Dude, you're not even letting me respond to anything you're saying.
Sir, I am responding to what you're saying. And again, I was on 0.1A. When I was finished, you'd be more than happy to respond.
Okay, but I can only attack one thing at a time. And
we're still on one thing. So we're not even full part 1A of one thing. Sure, go ahead and respond then, sir. If Mr. Doctor, go ahead and respond.
Like I said, my wife is a restaurant manager. Around 2020, the entire kitchen staff was replaced with Brazilian immigrants. They hired one, and then the rest of the family joined in, kind of slowly over time. 2 servers from that family also joined in. They didn't speak any English. Only one of them did. They translated for the entire crew. They all made $15 an hour, which is the minimum wage. The staff before was making $18.50 an hour for a line cook. This brings wages down across the board because if you have a position like a dishwasher that you can't fill with an American worker, that's because that position isn't paying enough money. So they need to increase that value to draw in people from the workforce to take that job. So when you have more workers than there are jobs, no matter where they're from, it's going to bring wages down. On top of that, these immigrants need places to live. And if we're housing them, that's going to draw down it's going to put a bigger burden on the housing market. So the prices of housing becomes more scarce and the prices go up. It hurts all Americans in the area. I live in Massachusetts, they dumped thousands of immigrants all across the city. They were paying for apartments that would have normally been occupied by Americans. The state was paying $1,800 for these apartments. That drives the apartment rates up, which also drives housing costs up. Probably why you saw such a huge increase in the cost of a house between 2020 and 2024. I'll just stop there. I'll let you respond.
Perfect. Are you actually going to let me respond?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. First of all, your wife was the manager. If a bunch of Brazilians got hired, that would be your wife's fucking fault.
No,
so no.
She's not a proprietor. She doesn't own the restaurant.
You said you were going to let me respond. It is now your turn to be quiet.
You clearly don't know business.
I asked
she's not
specifically, sir. I asked specifically if you were going to let me respond. Now let me respond.
She doesn't do hiring.
Cool. Are you going to let me respond now?
Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, your wife was the fucking manager. If fucking Brazilians were getting hired, then that's on her to begin with. Second of all, if they were getting hired, sir, last chance.
Owner hires people, not the manager.
Last chance.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Second of all, apparently your wife's not a very good manager if the owner's not giving her hiring abilities, so she must not be very good at her job. But regardless of that, all right, you're being muted now. See, I tried to treat you like an adult, and you just can't act like one. Third of all, even if they were immigrants, okay, those immigrants are now providing your wife with a job, which is exactly what I was talking about by them doing jobs that Americans won't do that provide jobs for Americans. So literally, if there were Brazilians in there that were doing the job, they are literally providing your wife with a job and your job as an American citizen. But on top of that, if they were actually working at a business, that means that they were legal migrants. So it has nothing to do with hiring undocumented immigrants whatsoever, right? Because you'd have to have taxes. Now, if that was the case, right? If that was the case, then, okay, then that restaurant would be illegal, and therefore your wife was committing a crime by hiring all of these Brazilian immigrants, okay? Because that's actually a crime because they don't actually have an authorization to work in the United States. Now, with all of that said, you said you live in New York, right? And those immigrants that were Massachusetts that were dropped in your city, okay, were dropped there by Republicans, actually specifically by Ron DeSantis, who sent legal migrants, asylum seekers, up to Massachusetts because he didn't want them in Florida, right? So when you talked about freaking people, migrants coming in there and taking those jobs, those were actually legal migrants. So when you said you wanted to get all the quote unquote illegal migrants out, that doesn't even affect those people because those were actually legal asylum seekers in the United States. Okay. So 1, your wife has a job because of migrants. 2, she's also probably a criminal and not a very good manager. And 3, Republicans were the only reason why Massachusetts had those migrants. And 4, they were all actually documented migrants. Now go ahead.
Can I respond now? So Massachusetts, it's against the law to discriminate against an employee based on their immigration status. Illegal immigrants can work and pay taxes in the state of Massachusetts. So you're wrong. They did not break the law. They do not need a work visa. Illegal immigrants in Massachusetts can get jobs. Second, she was a restaurant manager 8 years before the immigrants were there. So how do they provide her a job?
Are you done?
Third, I guess. Your
Oh,
third
you're not-
point, the red states dropping the immigrants in Massachusetts, that absolutely worked in their favor because my wife, who was a Democrat, became a Republican because she couldn't stop getting sexually harassed when she'd go to Walmart by herself. There you go. That's it. You can Google that Massachusetts law too.
Yes, sir.
Since you're so misinformed.
So therefore they have to have ITINs in the state of Massachusetts. So therefore they're documented, correct?
They're illegal immigrants.
They're illegal immigrants that have ITINs?
They give all illegal immigrants.
So which ones are these? Are these the people that were dumped there, or the people that weren't?
They were dumped.
Undocumented immigrants can't get social security numbers, so I know you're lying there.
Yes, they can.
No, they
can
cannot.
get social security numbers.
No, they
in
cannot.
Massachusetts, they can.
No, they cannot.
Really?
Yep.
Asylum seekers can get social security numbers.
Asylum seekers can get a social security numbers once their asylum claim has been processed, which usually takes 5 to 10 years from the time they come in the country. And again, asylum seekers are legally here.
Yeah, it's a loophole.
It's not a loophole. It's called the law.
Oh, I'm seeking asylum. Oh, now you have to let me in your country. That's a loophole.
Nope, that's not true at all.
Yeah, the cartels were coaching any immigrant on how to get asylum.
Then how come over 60%?
Why?
Then how come over 60% of people that claimed asylum at the southern border were immediately repatriated to their countries?
I don't believe that.
You cannot believe it all you want.
They're letting
I
anybody
have
walk
what
in.
Customs and Border Patrol has already reported. ICE has backed it up, and CDC has backed it up. What do you have? Feelings?
I have thousands of immigrants that I watched get deported in Massachusetts.
You have thousands of
It was
immigrants
great.
that you watch get deported. So you stand
Yeah.
outside all day and watch migrants
Actually-
get deported to the tune of
Yeah.
thousands. So
Yeah, I've
you
seen it,
must
yeah.
not work then. You must be a leech on our society.
I do.
Well,
I
there's
was
no,
driving
sir,
to work when
sir, there is
when
no
ICE came
way,
out of nowhere and
sir,
pulled one
there
over
is
behind
no
me.
way that you can actually work, right? And
I
be
do.
following ICE around to the tune of thousands of immigrants that you're watching.
I don't have to watch them. People post all the videos in the Facebook city group I'm in.
Oh, gotcha. So you haven't actually seen them. You just were on Facebook.
Well, it's a private group. It's a small town.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
Cool.
I mean, it's a
Gotcha.
decent
So
sized town,
okay, just
50,000
out here. So gotcha. So I have CBP, ICE, CDC, right? I have all of that data, and you have a Facebook page. Well,
I'm just talking about
I
the
mean,
people I think
those
get
seem
deported.
pretty.
That's all I
That
said.
seems pretty even to me, sir.
I don't know what your point is.
The point is that 60% of people that were seeking asylum at the southern border were immediately repatriated at the southern border and were never allowed into the country. Okay, that is a stone cold.
Well, they still let
fact.
over 10 million of them in, didn't they?
No. There was nowhere close to that number of fucking asylum seekers that came to the United States
It was
that were
close to
actually
10 million?
allowed in, sir. But again, regardless of how many there were in or at, they are here at least. Say it was 20 million. Say it was 100 million. They're still here legally. Okay, because you're let in, you have a background check ran on you, you're vetted. Okay, you're given a
weren't all
court
vetted.
date. All the asylum seekers were.
They weren't all vetted.
All the asylum seekers were.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were, because that is also the law.
Yeah, the government doesn't always follow protocol.
Yeah, you're right. Like, then we can talk about Donald Trump not doing that, in the Caribbean. But when it came to asylum seekers, yes, they were.
And you were there, you know that.
They have the data to show all of it. They literally spreadsheets and spreadsheets,
So why were
hundreds
they
of thousands
why
of
were they
them.
letting in so many gang members?
Why were they letting
If they're all being
in
vetted.
so many gang
Yeah.
members? Which gang
Yeah,
members?
why were they letting in so many cartel members?
Which cartel members?
I mean, do I have to go start naming them?
Yes.
What about that guy that they didn't want deported? They said he was a citizen. I forget what state he was from. What was it? It was on the East Coast. Was it Maryland? The Maryland man?
Are you
Remember
talking about
Maryland
Kilmore
man?
Abrego Garcia?
That was his name? Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, he wasn't an asylum seeker.
Oh, really?
And he came in the country before Biden. I believe he came in the
so
country
maybe
under the
not him.
Obama.
Maybe
I believe he
not
came in. I believe he came in the country under the Obama administration, if I'm correct. And he wasn't a cartel member.
He was a cartel member.
He's
There's
not.
body cam footage of him getting pulled over trafficking humans. So
He
Maybe you
got
haven't seen
pulled
that one.
over trafficking humans, and that's why the cops let him go.
Insane.
yeah, that's the police department. That's how the modern justice system works. Yeah, you can look up the body cam footage yourself if you
Yeah,
want.
gotcha.
He
So
had 8
the
illegal
modern
immigrants in a
justice
vehicle.
system, okay, shows that a police officer pulled him over, saw all the people in his
Yeah.
car that were
Go
all
look it
that
up.
were all there
Body
legally,
cam
right?
footage.
And he was like, "Yep, I can see that you're trafficking these humans. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go now. Hope you have
Go
a
look
wonderful
it
day.
up.
Is there some drugs in the trunk too? Maybe we can let you get
Go
away with that
look it
too."
up. Go
Sir,
look it
I
up.
have extensively. You have no idea what you're talking about.
You've seen the footage of
Yes.
9 illegal immigrants in a
Yes,
van?
and he is not trafficking humans.
Yeah, he's transporting.
All
them.
the
What
charges were
trafficking,
literally
dude.
dropped on that, sir.
That's called trafficking when you transport people
Then how come all the charges were dropped?
because he was deported and put in prison.
Yeah, and then brought up on charges, and those charges were dropped.
The charges for beating
Yeah.
his wife. They were
But
dropped too.
apparently,
That doesn't mean
but
he didn't do- that
but
doesn't mean he didn't do
apparently,
it.
guys, apparently, when I take my daughter to school, that means I'm trafficking people now. Because
No,
apparently,
because that's your daughter. You're
anytime
taking
you
her
are
to school.
moving people in your car, that's
If
trafficking
you
them.
took
That's
your
pretty
daughter
impressive.
to Mexico and you dropped her off there, that would be trafficking. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was in the United States.
If you snuck
Yeah.
your daughter into Mexico illegally and left her in Mexico and then left, that's
Mm.
trafficking.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
That's
what
what he did
proof
with
is
the 9 Mexican
what proof
people
in
that
that
were
car
shot.
that he did that? What was there in that video?
Sure, go ahead. He also didn't beat his wife.
Where
right?
in that video does it show that he brought them from another country and brought them to this country
He was
illegally?
probably transporting them.
And where in that
video?
video? I've watched that video many times. I didn't see that anywhere in the video.
You didn't see the 9 illegal immigrants? How come they didn't even give him a violation for no one wearing seatbelts and people sitting on top of each other in the vehicle? That's not safe. Why didn't
I
the
don't know.
police,
Maybe you
press
should
charges
bring
on
that
him
up
for
with that police department.
Well, maybe the police department doesn't always enforce the law.
Yeah. I mean, I have been pulled over not wearing my seatbelt and didn't get a ticket for it. It happens. It's
Yeah, but
okay.
did you have 9 people in your vehicle all sitting on top of each other, swerving all over the road?
Mm. Is this like a driving while brown thing?
No, it's a driving while transporting illegal immigrants thing.
Yes. Again, illegal immigrants that you could not tell from that video were even illegal immigrants, huh?
I can tell from that video they're illegal immigrants.
And how's that?
Well, first off, I'm pretty sure the police officer tries to ID them, and none of them are citizens.
Mm.
You might need
to go watch that. You might need to go watch that video again.
Why don't you watch it for me?
I did. That's why I'm telling you about it and how wrong you are.
Oh, what are they then? Are they U.S. citizens?
Sir, you do realize that you can have undocumented immigrants in your car and you're not trafficking human beings, right?
Yeah, but if you're being paid for it, you are.
Yeah, but again, there was no proof of that whatsoever.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Not.
and even if there was, it still doesn't mean you're a cartel member. You know that? Did you know that people bring over people from this country that aren't part of our cartel? Did you know that?
All right, what's his name? I want to type it in.
Kilmore Abrego Garcia. Anyways, y'all, while this guy's trying to figure out his life, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Why was he? Why was there a fear of gang violence?
Sir, let me
If
ask
he
you a
were to
question.
return
Let me
to
ask
his
you a
home
question.
country in El Salvador.
Sir, let me ask you a question. He wasn't El Salvadorian, actually, but regardless of any of that. Okay? Sir, if
There
somebody...
was an order not to deport him to El Salvador in fear of gang retaliation. Why was that?
I don't know. But regardless of any of that, sir, my point was, if somebody is, committing a crime, or say he was trafficking people or trafficking drugs or doing any type of illegal thing, right? Then the correct answer to that would be to take him to court and convict him of it. Okay? If he was,
No.
if he actually did that, then you should send him to jail, right?
Was he a
Or
citizen?
send him back to his, his country of origin, in order to be jailed by them or whatever. But the answer to that, okay, is definitely not to send people to a torture prison. Okay?
We didn't.
You did.
We gave him to El Salvador, and they decided that he should be put in prison.
No, we literally paid them American tax dollars to put them in the torture prison.
Yeah, we transported him there.
No. We transported them there, then paid the Salvadorian government $6 million in order to keep them in this prison. And in case you haven't heard, there is a very,
We
very
didn't pay
great...
$6
Sir,
million
I'm
just
talking.
to
Sir,
keep him
I'm
in that
talking.
prison.
Sir, I'm talking. Thank you. And there was a great expose in the New York Times where they've actually interviewed and actually taken a lot of statements from the people that were finally released by that after Maduro got them out, which is fucking crazy that Maduro is somehow the good guy in this, and the tortures that they actually, had to endure in that prison. It was very, very sad.
All right, let's see. 2022 traffic stop. He was transporting 8 other individuals
Sir,
with no luggage,
I don't
all giving
care.
the same address.
Sir, then take him to a jury.
2019,
Sir,
a police gang field interview sheet identified Garcia based on a confidential informant.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, sir, why did they not put him in a trial and convict him then?
Because he's not a U.S. citizen, he doesn't get a trial.
Yes,
he
he
gets
does.
deported back to home.
Yes, he does.
You don't get a trial if you're a fucking illegal immigrant. You get
Well,
deported.
okay, I'm sorry. Then I guess under the Constitution, I guess you and the Constitution disagree.
No, I don't disagree with the Constitution. Illegal immigrants do not get trials. They get deported
Yes,
back home.
they do. They
If they're
do
home
get
government,
trials.
if
They
they're
get
home- no,
sir. They get deported. Okay, if they're here unlawfully. If they commit a crime, they get a trial. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets
You
deported.
should
Goodbye.
check the Constitution, sir.
Oh, go ahead, read it to me.
Yeah, it says all people in the jurisdiction thereof.
Yeah, when they wrote that, they weren't talking about Salvadorians flying into the country.
And when they
illegally.
wrote the Second Amendment, they weren't talking about AR-15s. It still applies.
Yeah, so why don't you look at the Second Amendment equally like you look at the whatever the hell you're talking about?
I do.
Why do you like the bend? You support the Second Amendment?
I support what it says.
What does it say?
That every state has the right to their private militia.
So we should all be able to. It doesn't just say that. It says
It does.
every person should have the right to keep and bear arms.
No, it does not. It says every private militia should have the right to
Okay.
keep and bear arms.
No, it says in order to sustain or something like that. Let's see. I'll read it to you.
Sir, I know what it says.
well,
Why are you trying to?
militia
Why are you,
being
sir?
necessary
Why are you
to the
trying to
security of
pivot
a
off,
free state.
sir?
The
why-
right of the people. The right of the people, not the right of the militia. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be
No,
infringed.
hold on. The right of the people to keep and to bear arms, comma,
Shall not be infringed.
comma, shall not be infringed. It's a very
Yeah.
important comma.
Mm,
But
Who's the
that
people?
would be an entire English lesson. I don't have time to teach you the English language right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That takes way too long to explain how commas work in describing a certain thing, right? And it's very, very difficult. But regardless of any of that, the Constitution is very specific that
A
you have the
well-regulated
right,
militia,
sir,
comma,
sir,
being
sir,
necessary to the security
sir.
of a free
I am
state,
very, very
comma,
aware you are trying
the
to
right
get
of
off
the
of, sir.
people to keep
Sir.
and bear arms.
All right, you're being muted now. Sir, I understand that you are trying very, 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 very hard to get off of the due process argument because you don't understand the Constitution. Why don't you go to the 14th Amendment?
Am I still muted?
Are you at the 14th Amendment? You'll be unmuted when you get
I'm
there.
looking at it right now. Yeah, I'm here.
What's it say?
Granting citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, including formerly enslaved people, and guaranteeing all citizens due process, fair legal treatment, and equal protection.
And you want
So
to go to
illegal immigrants do not get trials.
Yes, they do. Try the Fifth Amendment too.
That's all you want me to read all the amendments for you?
I wish you would read all of the Constitution. It doesn't sound like you know much of it.
I don't have it all memorized.
It doesn't sound like you know any of it.
All citizens.
Yeah. No state shall make any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law. Nice try. Don't try to misread the
Yeah, that's
Constitution.
not referring to illegal immigrants.
Shall deprive any person. Are undocumented immigrants people?
Okay.
Sorry. Are
Well,
undocumented immigrants people?
Life, liberty, or property.
Sir.
What's being taken? Is his life taken? Was his liberty taken?
Yes, his liberty
his
was
property
taken if you
taken?
send him to a fucking to a prison. Yes, your liberty is taken.
We sent him to his country. They put him in prison.
No, we sent him to his to a country to put him in prison.
Well,
You-
it
we
wasn't
we,
us.
we
put him
didn't
in
send them
prison.
to El Salvador. Then they had a trial and they sent him to prison. That's
We
not how it
have
works.
no responsibility.
Then
to
how
return these
come
people
we
to where
have
they
then
came
how
from.
sir then how come we paid him money? How come we had people like Christy Nome going down there to actually check in on the prisoners? How come we're doing that if just El Salvador is doing it on their own without U.S. intervention?
Well, that doesn't matter to me because we're
Sir,
sending
why
them
is
away
Christy
from the
Nome
United
going
States.
down there to check on the prisoners that we pay El Salvador to house if the
Why
U.S.
do you
has
work so
nothing
hard
to do with
defend
it?
Violent criminals.
I work this hard to defend the rights of people. Okay,
Violent
that's
criminals.
why I keep asking you if undocumented immigrants are people because it
Garcia
seems like
was a violent criminal.
it seems like
He
you have a
deserves to be
hard
in
time
jail.
realizing that they are people.
Yeah, he's not a nice person. He belongs in prison.
You're not a nice person, and I don't think you belong to be free either. But unfortunately, we do have things
What
like the
laws have I
law,
broken?
okay, and we
I
have the
never beat my
Constitution,
wife.
and unfortunately, you still get to be free, okay, because you haven't
I
been
never beat
convicted.
my wife
Because, sir, you haven't been convicted of a crime in a court of law to be
because I
sent to
don't
prison,
break. I don't break the law.
sir.
Pretty
You
easy.
two,
You don't go to jail. if you don't break
neither
the
of
law.
you guys have, according to the law.
He's broken the law.
Then where's his
Yeah,
conviction?
he has. It's in El Salvador.
It's actually not. He was never sent to court in El Salvador.
Do we give convictions to Saudi Arabians who break the law?
If it's in the United States, yes.
Well, maybe his crimes weren't committed in the United States. What crimes did he break in his home country?
You
I
just
don't know.
said he was trafficking here, so apparently the crime was committed in the United States.
Maybe I'm sure he did crimes there too.
Oh,
You
Well,
don't just become a criminal when you
you
cross
would
the
think
border.
that,
Usually
but
there's a
again,
criminal
sir,
before.
doesn't matter because you don't care about people. Okay, so
You don't care about people. You want to let violent people walk around amongst us
sir,
and hurt women and
what
children.
violent crime did he commit?
Beat his wife.
Beat his wife, the wife that said that didn't happen.
She said she didn't say it didn't happen.
She did.
Go look at the police report.
Yeah, and go look at what she said after he was sent and where she said that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's a great argument. Women never
Good-
lie to the
good-
police about being abused.
Good argument, as in
Yeah,
firsthand
women-
witness.
women
Yeah,
never lie to
I
the
do.
police about being abused.
I do think that having a firsthand witness and the supposed victim saying it didn't happen is a pretty good witness. Yeah.
You know, in the United States, the state takes over domestic violence charges for a reason.
Did
A woman
you
cannot drop
know?
charges.
Did you know that we have due process in the United States?
Yeah, you like to defend violent criminals, though. The guy was clearly a gang member.
I do support violent criminals in getting a fair trial. 100%.
The-
Violent criminals,
Informants
non-violent
think that
criminals.
criminal
It doesn't actually
organization.
matter. It doesn't actually matter what the crime being committed is, sir. I do support due process. Now, if
Well,
due
you get due
process, now,
process if you're a citizen of the country.
sir, we already read the 14th Amendment. You don't have to be a citizen, okay? All persons, okay? We
It
already
does-
went through.
No, no, you,
Sir,
apparently you didn't read the 14th Amendment. You
I'm
didn't read the
sorry,
14th Amendment.
sir. Your lack of comprehension is no longer my problem, okay?
Granting all citizenships to all.
Sir, all right. Sorry, sir. Your lack of comprehension is no longer my problem. I'm not going to keep repeating myself, okay? Because you don't have the comprehension skills to keep up with this conversation. Okay, so I always am going to support, no matter what the crime is. Actually, especially the more violent the crime, I think the more important it is that we have due process in this country, all right? That way people aren't falsely convicted and sent to prison for crimes they didn't commit just off of an accusation. I think that that is very, very bad. Like, can you imagine that if Donald Trump was just like accused of crimes instead of actually a convicted felon? right? Then it wouldn't have any type of, weight whatsoever. But instead, he was actually convicted in a court of law unanimously of 34 felony counts. So Donald Trump is the actual criminal. So I really, truly, 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 sir, don't want to hear you talk about anything when it comes to about criminals and stuff like that when you literally voted for one. Okay.
What was the felony charge he got?
The felony conviction, you mean?
Yeah, what was it?
Yeah, 34 counts of falsifying business records and furtherance of another crime.
What was the other crime?
There was multiple others.
No, there wasn't.
Including campaign finance laws. Yeah, there was a few.
Which one? Which one did the jury say he did?
He didn't. He doesn't have to do any of them.
If for it to be a felony, it has to be along with another crime. What was the other crime?
No, it has to be trying to do another crime.
What was the other crime?
I just told you one.
The jury didn't agree on that.
They don't have to.
The jury was told they can take any of the four, and as long as they all thought he did one of them.
No, as long as they thought he was trying to do one of them.
And that's why that conviction's under appeal right now.
Yes, sir. All convictions go under appeal. Every single felony conviction in the history of the United... Sir, every single felony conviction... Sir, all right, I'm muting you again. So anyways, every single felony conviction of every single crime in the history of the United States has gone under appeal. Okay, they all go under appeal. Saying it's under appeal means absolutely nothing. Okay, he's a convicted felon. Okay, so I do not want to hear, okay, about you talking about supporting, being against criminals. Okay, when you literally support a criminal. But again, sir, it showed that it is very obvious that you have zero will to actually have any type of real dialogue or conversation. So I'm going to move on to somebody that actually does have the ability to do that. Maybe someone who graduated kindergarten or such. Okay.
Sure thing, buddy.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. We're going to move on to the next call. Keep this thing going. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Glitcho, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Said, what about Governor Greg Abbott? He's worse. He absolutely is. 100%. Thank you so much. Politics with Matt. How's it going, Matt? How's it going, bud? I appreciate you. Matt says, as an owner of in this industry in Boston, you literally can't find kitchen help anywhere. It's a huge shortage. This guy is full of shit. $20 minimum also. Oh, that guy was lying? Matt, he also told me he was a doctor. He told me he was a doctor who knew all about preventative MRIs. All right. I'm so surprised that he's lying. That's crazy. Okay. The only thing I got out of that is his wife is a really bad manager. Okay. That's all I got out of that. All right. Thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate you, brother. CUT, thank you so much for the clutch. T, thank you so much for the thumbs up. Violet, thank you so much for the cat gift. I appreciate that. Huey, thank you so much for the 279 Canadian. I appreciate that. Said MAGA stupidity is running rampant tonight. Well, hopefully we can do a little bit better than that. That was a rough start, okay? But hopefully we can get a little better. And Jason, thank you so much for the $5. Said criminals being tried, lunacy, giving rights, bosh, holding ourselves accountable, ridiculous. You couldn't pay me to do what you do, man. Keep it up. I really, really appreciate that, Jason. I that is very, very sweet. However, you guys totally can pay me to do what I do. I really appreciate that. So if you guys like support the live, I do have super chats open, super stickers, all that fun stuff. I do have my live gift goal going on. I also have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics, just like my name. So if you'd like to support the live, I really, really do appreciate that. Sorry, that was a really bad joke, but I couldn't help it. I led into it really well. So if you guys like to support the live, I really, really do appreciate you guys. But most importantly, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this every single night, but usually Fridays. So yeah, come on down, hang out, turn on notifications. All right. It was too easy not to just walk into it, okay? Like, it was too easy not to walk into it. The door was wide open. All right. I can't just not walk in the very obvious door. Hello, how are you?
Yes, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you? All right. Still somehow more intelligent than the last guest. So we're doing great so far. Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
26, sir.
Oh, great. 26-year-olds again. Anyways, do you still support Trump?
Yeah, he's a fucking fag.
All right. Doing great today, guys. Randall, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Randall just says, bolt up, baby. Chargers in the house. Hell yeah. Hello, how are you?
What up?
Hi, how old are you?
32.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Nothing. That I support Trump still.
And why would you do that?
I've been listening to you guys from the left, and I still haven't changed my mind.
Well, you can lead a horse to water, right?
Well, touche.
Yeah, but y'all had an entire presidency to see that Donald Trump was bad, and you still voted for him again. So what the heck am I going to do, right?
Well, we had Biden for 4 years, and you guys been crying about all the stuff that you've been crying about now, and I haven't seen you guys cry about it the last 4 years. So touche.
Biden wasn't running against Donald Trump, so there was lots of stuff I didn't like about what Biden was doing.
He was in office, though.
Sir,
He was in
sir,
office.
or ma'am,
I'm a ma'am.
yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Biden was in no way my choice for president, and while he did do some very awesome things, he also did some things I wasn't a very big fan of. Okay, but what he wasn't doing is treating people inhumanely. What he wasn't doing is fucking committing war crimes. What he wasn't doing was, trying to undo things like the Voting Rights Act and triggering the Civil Rights Act and trying to take rights away from people.
With Obama, and along with Scamala, and along with Tim Walz.
Fraud when it came to what?
I'm sorry?
What fraud?
Fraud in Minnesota, all the Somalians, Tim Walz.
Joe Biden was committing fraud with Somalians?
Yes. Don't act dumb. You know exactly.
No, this is actually very big news to me. Yeah. I did not. Apparently, while Joe Biden was in the White House running the country, he was also sneaking off to Minnesota to commit fraud with Somalians. That's a new one to me. I haven't heard that one.
He sure was, and now we have to deport all these Somalians. I don't feel bad at all.
You do realize that they're American citizens, right?
I'm sorry?
Those Somalians are American citizens?
We have to denaturalize their citizenship then, because they've been committing fraud.
Yeah. So should we also denaturalize Donald Trump because he also committed fraud?
How did he commit fraud again?
By falsifying business records and furtherance of another crime.
Is it? Hello?
Hi?
Why am I hearing you saying it double? I don't know why I'm hearing.
You're hearing me seeing me double? You should go maybe you need one of those preventative MRIs that Donald Trump keeps getting.
No, I'm hearing you say the same sentence twice.
You should turn off the live in the background. Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're hearing me over the phone and then hearing me again on the live.
Well, how the hell do I do that?
Whatever you're watching the live on the background, turn off the volume on it.
I'm sorry. I'll just bear with it. What did you say again?
I don't even frickin' remember anymore, to be completely honest with you.
You said something. Long story short, Minnesota, okay, let me rewind. Okay, see, I'm hearing, okay, can I call you back? I keep hearing my sentence or me speaking again over the phone, and I can't hear myself think.
Sure, why not?
Okay, I'll call you back.
All right. You know, I thought after the first one, it was like, well, there's nowhere to go but up from here, you know? And we still somehow went down. Like, she said she could, this is actually her too. She actually is calling back. Guys, I know I shouldn't. I do have to answer. I have to. For me. Hello?
Hello, sir?
Did you figure it out?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I have to stay on the phone. I can't leave out of here because then it will mess up. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
I don't know what we were talking about. I just found this fucking hilarious.
Sir, you guys wanted Tim Walz in office, okay? Tim Walz committed fraud in Minnesota, okay? You have the Somalians here that need to be deported, okay? That's what we were talking about.
Again, the governor did not commit the fraud. These were individual U.S. citizens. Again, they're U.S. citizens.
Sir,
you don't deport U.S. citizens. That's not how that works.
So right now, it doesn't matter. They have to go. We are being invaded. We are being invaded right in your face, and you guys don't even care. That's the problem.
Yeah, we're not being invaded.
They're already in Minnesota committing fraud. They're going to commit fraud in New York. They're already committing fraud in California.
The only person committing fraud in New York is sir, ma'am. The only person committing fraud in New York is Donald Trump.
You people, all you people do is commit fraud. Even
what do you mean, you people?
Crockett will commit fraud. I already know it. If she wants to be governor of Texas, you got to be out of your mind.
She's not running for governor of Texas.
Excuse me?
You're excused.
Sir,
I don't think there's much excuse for you, but
she is running for the governor of Texas, and nobody was going to pick her. Please, Texas is red.
I don't know why they would pick her, because again, she's not running for that. She's definitely running.
She's a damn fraud.
She's definitely running.
Damn fraud, just like all y'all.
Okay. Well. Anyways, she's running. She's running. Just as note, she's running for Senate, and I think she has a much better chance than what was that last dude that ran against Ted Cruz? Oh, what was that dude's name? I can't.
Are you gonna acknowledge
I'm totally done talking to you. But sorry, what was that guy's name that ran in Texas against Ted Cruz? That was like really good. No, not all red. Beto O'Rourke. That's who it was. Beto O'Rourke. I actually liked Beto. Beto was pretty good. I was a big fan. She's fraud.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
Okay, so I just turned 18. I'm in high school right now.
Oh man, go play with Legos or something. What are you doing calling in here?
No, I was just so I do mock trial at Model UN, and I wish I were more politically literate so I could like have a full debate about politics with you. But you know, I'm still in high school. I don't have a whole lot of time for it. So I've been like seeing clips of like Dean Withers, Parker, and like Charlie Kirk for a while now. And so I had a question not about politics. Is that okay?
No, I think I'm gonna not talk to you because it just feels weird. But I hope you have a good day.
It's insane.
Yeah, I'm sorry. After the way this live is going, I can't talk to an 18-year-old in high school. I don't care. He's technically grown. Hello, how are you?
Hey, sorry. Last time I called, it was a really bad. Just wanted to see if the phone lines work for later. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't, guys. It might have been a good call, but there's just no way. No. Sorry, I just can't. Anyways, Randall said, "I hope no one claims her." Apparently, MAGA's claimed her. She's all MAGA. Shush, thank you so much for the membership. I really appreciate that. Let's all welcome Shush to the team. This is a very weird live. This is an exceptionally weird live tonight. Thank you so much for the $2. I just lost brain cells listening to her. Yeah, I think we all lost a few. Okay, I think we all lost a few. All right, we're just trying to make it through this one. Okay, Randall says, as a right leaner, we don't claim her. she's one of we're not claiming her. Okay, we're not doing it. All right. She says she's a Trump supporter. She's y'all's. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Not saying we don't have our crazies, but that one's yours. All right. That one's yours. Huey said, "Told you so." What? Hold on. What? You sent me one earlier too, didn't? What did you tell me? MAGA stupidity is running rampant tonight. Oh yeah, told you so. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm seeing it. Oh, do I have someone in my TikTok guest request? I'll check over there. Oh, excuse me. Avocado says, them two brain cells be maxed out because of an echo. Lord have mercy. And she hit you with the "you people." She slurred speech on fraud. Whenever she said, "What do you people?" I just immediately went to like, "What do you mean, you people?" And Dis, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for the support. Huge W's in chat for everybody for the support, the memberships and the super chats. I really appreciate that. Hello, how are you? Hello? Oh, that person's gone. I think I had someone in my TikTok chat, I think. Let's see. They might have left too. I don't see the notification there anymore. Yep, they're also gone. Fraud. I'm not gonna lie to you, Veronica, that's in my my chat all the time. That's what I think she sounds like. I'm not sure about it, but like that's what she sounds like to me when she talks in there, like 100%. Like that could have been her. I don't know.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm the 18-year-old, bro. I don't support Trump. Please, can I ask you my question?
What's up, dude?
Okay. So, all right. So looking at like your live streams, Dean Withers, Parker, and Charlie Kirk, right? And so recently in English class, we've kind of talked about like political echo chambers and like one voice, like people kind of just like agreeing with like one overarching and like powerful voice instead of like kind of coming to like their own conclusions in politics. Do you think like these style of debates, like what you're doing, what Parker and Dean do on their live streams, do you think like that, and I 100% agree with like debate and open dialogue. I think it really helps in, like heal the nation. I think it kind of can like the nature of the debates though almost contributes to like more polarization in the nation though, because like the people that kind of come on the debates, like do you think they really like think about what happens? Because a lot of the times I feel like they're embarrassed and like the people's base, like whoever the podcaster is or whoever's like Charlie Kirk or Dean Withers, normally it's just like their base in the audience just supporting whatever they're saying. And I'm worried it's like not like productive in the actual debates in themselves. So
of course
like,
it's productive. Yep. So first of all, I didn't know I was answering a question for a dissertation or whatever I'm being interviewed for because it seems kind of wild. But second of all, what I will say, because I am going to keep this short, okay, is that the reason why these type of platforms are good and for open dialogue is for people that you guys see. A lot of people see the person I'm talking to, right? And then they see the people in my chat that are here that support me or support any other creator. What they don't see is the literally tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of people that are passing by, that see clips, that see parts of it, that join, that don't always talk, that don't always say anything. Those are the people that are being affected by listening to both sides of the argument. So there's like one side of things, there's the other side of things, and there's people in the middle that are hearing a lot of things maybe from both sides, right, for the first time, or hearing new information, or hearing new news, or hearing a different argument, or hearing things like that. So I think that's why they're actually important. I think people concentrate too much on the person I'm talking to and the people that are just here. But anyways, like I said, I'm not talking to you today because I've already had enough stress for the day. But I will answer that question. Okay. And I've always said, like, yeah, there's me, and then there's like, like all my wonderful people that are here all the time that support me and all sorts of stuff. And then there's the literally like everybody else that just kind of comes through here, which is a pretty decent amount of people, I think. Not bad. All right, we're gonna try to keep this thing going for a little bit longer. So if you still support Trump, go ahead and call in or join the guest request box.
It's insane.
So I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I prefer the recording of your to your live. Well, please watch that too. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to even come and watch that. Delissa, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. Huge W's in the chat for Delissa. Said, "Oh, Polly, tonight's live mega brain crash out entertainment is super funny. I'm so loving it, trying to educate them, and they'll keep crashing out. I'm here for it." Yeah, this is, it could be a worse live. It could be a much worse live. I've had worse lives. So at least Veronica was funny. That I will say. At least Veronica was funny. Huge W's in the chat for Delissa. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll at least say that. It's Veronica. Okay. I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. That was Veronica. Okay. So you guys can say whatever you want. That was Veronica. Oh my goodness. Except it isn't funny. See, that's the thing that you don't understand. I don't need it to be funny for you. I just need it to be funny for me. Hello.
Hey, Polly. I've been watching you for a while, and doesn't it get boring destroying people every day?
No.
Why not?
You know what gets boring? Here's what gets boring. Having the same arguments with people all the time. Like, if I have to hear about how they, I think it was Ari was actually having a conversation. Like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I had to have a conversation about Hunter Biden's laptop. And then like 3 weeks ago, I had to have a talk about how the Keystone XL pipeline got shut down. Like, the fact that I'm still having those arguments from like 2 years ago, that's what is like, you're like, what's going on? Or, having to explain how treating people inhumanely is a bad thing. Like, that gets kind of old. But no, talking, training information. I love doing this shit. This is fun for me. So I always have a good time. Plus I get to do it with everybody here. That's super wonderful, right?
With regard to your background, not anything exposing you to the madness out there in the world, but what was your major? What did you do in school? Give us a little bit.
I didn't. I usually do the this is all about me during members only lives and all sort of stuff. But my graduate degree is in international relations. That's what I studied, and at University of Oklahoma. So, yeah, that's what I studied in grad school, and I really enjoyed it, and that's why I love talking foreign policy more than anything else in these streams.
Yeah, I'm class of 82, UC Davis. No, 86, I'm sorry. Public service, but I was aspirationally an international relations major.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. I got to learn everything about NATO and the UN and all that sort of stuff. It was I loved grad school. People talk about hating grad school. I love grad school. I love grad school. So, but anyways, man, hey, I am gonna let you go. I'm gonna try to get some other people on here, but I do appreciate you. All right, brother.
All right, man.
Yeah, have a go, man.
You too.
I do need to switch over to some. I did switch over. 82 was before I was born too. Okay. I just want to throw this up there first. Maybe I'll switch over to some members only, super fan only type stuff, and we can talk. I just want to put this up there because she was talking shit on my live on Sunday. So I just wanted this on the screen so that she could
You want to make me a mod?
just so I could flex on this thing over here.
It's insane.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
I'm good.
Awesome. How old are you? How old?
21.
21. All right. Well, what's
Yeah.
up?
Not much. I just read your sign.
I saw the sign.
Ask me any questions. I can probably ask me any questions, and I can,
All right. What is the wing speed velocity of a sparrow?
anything political, bro.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Anything political. Shoot. That's a
Why
lot
do
harder.
I support Donald Trump?
It is important. It's an African or European sparrow. Exactly. Thank you. Somebody freaking responded correctly. Anything political. Okay. How many amendments to the Constitution is there?
Anything political?
That is political. I'm literally asking you about the Constitution.
Yeah, I know.
How many amendments are there? It doesn't get much more political than that.
Right. I don't know.
Oh. Well,
Yeah. Give me the answer. Respectfully, give me the answer.
27? Is that even right? I'm not
Okay.
even sure. I wanted you to tell me. I didn't know.
I knew, but I was wanting you to answer it.
Oh. I didn't know. That's why I needed
Yeah.
you to answer it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me what all of them do?
One. No, I cannot because respectfully, I don't know that answer.
Oh. Well, this isn't going to go very well if I keep asking you political questions and you don't know any of the answers.
There's one question you can ask me.
There's a ton of questions I can ask you. Who was
Alright,
the 17th president of the United States?
I don't know.
This is not going to go very
Yo,
far, sir.
wait. How about you ask me about questions about Jesus Christ?
Ask you a question about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who wrote Second Chronicles?
Second Chronicles. Paul.
Oh, incorrect.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
wrong. I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
Actually,
You're asking me all the questions
the
that I
church is
don't know.
the church has actually claimed for centuries that Paul wrote it, but then actually historical scholars have all agreed that Paul was actually dead well before that book was written.
Okay. Okay. Who died on the cross?
What was Jesus' middle name?
Jesus' middle name? I don't think he has a middle name.
Oh, I feel like that's
What?
kind of weird. I feel like he
I
should have one.
really don't think he. I really don't think he.
You
has a middle
don't know
name.
much.
I
You
think
don't know
he-
much about this at all, dude.
I think his name is Jesus Christ, and I think his name is Yeshua, and he's the same God.
Actually, his name isn't even Jesus Christ. He would be Jesus of Nazareth. Christ would be a moniker that was given to him after. So you even got the name wrong.
Oh, okay. So what's his actual name?
I just told you.
His name is not Jesus Christ.
No.
Oh, so what's his name?
Yeah, it would be Jesus of Nazareth. Probably son
Jesus
of
of Nazareth.
Joseph or whatever. Yeah.
Why does it say in
Yeah.
the
Christ is
New
a
Testament?
Christ is a moniker.
Why does it say in the New Testament Jesus Christ?
Where does it say it?
Huh? It says it in all of all the New Testament. Like
Yeah, like where?
Romans, Corinthians,
Yeah, it actually doesn't. It actually usually says Christ Jesus because again, Christ is a title,
Jesus?
not the
Oh,
name.
okay.
Yeah,
His last name and his first name?
Christ is a designator, not a
Okay.
name.
So what's the number one thing that he did?
The number one thing that Jesus did,
Yeah.
I think that the turning water into wine would be my favorite. That sounded pretty fun.
What's the biggest thing he ever did?
I
The
just
biggest
told you.
thing he ever did.
The
No,
biggest.
that's the one. That's one.
I
of
mean,
the
I'm just
things.
saying
So
anybody who can start up a party. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what
So
I'm
do
talking
you believe
about.
do you believe in Jesus? Bro?
Obviously, he wasn't a very good carpenter,
Do you
so
believe in Jesus?
I
Bro?
think he much better bartender than carpenter. You know?
You believe in Jesus?
Do I believe in Jesus? Yeah, I've known
Yeah.
tons of them.
Are you saved by the blood of Jesus Christ? Are you going to heaven tomorrow if you die?
Am I going to heaven tomorrow? Is that a threat?
No, I'm just saying.
I hope not. That sounds pretty miserable, honestly.
So, like, are you saved by God? Okay. Do you have a relationship with Jesus?
Do I have a
That's
relationship?
what.
I can't have a relationship with him. He's dead.
That's how I know you don't believe in Jesus, bro. That's the answer I was looking for, and you do not believe in Jesus. Because if you think he's dead, he's not dead. He's definitely more than alive.
He's more than alive.
Okay.
All right, then introduce me.
Yes. Okay. So basically, what happened 3 days after he died? Tell me that.
What happened 3 days after he died? Who knows? I wasn't
Yeah.
there.
It says it in the book, bro. I'm
In
being
what
honest.
book?
It says it in the book. It says it in the New Testament. Okay.
Oh, I don't believe in the New Testament.
So you don't believe in God?
No.
Oh, okay. So you don't believe in God. There you go. Where are you going to go when you heaven or hell? Tell me that.
Sir, if I don't believe in God, then I don't believe in heaven and hell.
So what if they're real?
What if they
what
are?
if you died tomorrow? What if you died tomorrow and you
If I
came
die
upon
tomorrow and
God?
they are real, then honestly, hell sounds like where the party's at. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What if
Guys,
alright,
can
so
I
have
get
you ever
666 in
have
the
you ever
chat?
felt
Can I get
have you
can
ever
I
felt
can I
have
get
you ever
some can I
felt
get some
fire?
can I
Have you ever
ever
felt fire on your hands?
can I get a hail Satan in the chat and a 666?
Did you listen, bro?
Lord
Did you
Satan,
listen,
come
bro?
from the
Did
depths
you
and bless
did
this
you
man.
did you
Bless this man
listen
with your
listen.
hatred.
Did you okay? All
Bring
right, you
it
know what?
from
Did
your
you
heart.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. Okay, all right. You know what?
All right.
Are you gonna stop now? Because you're embarrassing yourself. Come on, bro. Are you gonna stop? Okay. Are you gonna stop? Because all you're doing right now is fucking embarrassing yourself. Okay.
I'm having
That's
a
it.
blast, honestly. Me
No.
and Satan. We're both having fun.
What happens if you die tomorrow? And what happens if you turn?
That's all
what
about
happens if you see
Kayla. That's where the
Jesus?
wine's at, right?
Yeah, that's how I know. That's how I know you don't believe in God, bro. I'm
Sir,
being honest.
you know I don't believe in God because I just told you I don't. Do you think you're doing some deductive reasoning right now? I just told you I don't believe in God. You're not like figuring this out on your own, bud.
You don't believe in God. Okay. Do you have everything?
Do I have everything?
Yeah, everything like
Do I have,
cars.
is that
anything,
do I have like
anything you want?
is that
in
like
life,
what
do
is
you
this
have
like one of
everything?
these like friends or everything or some shit like that or something like that?
Do you have anything? Do you have everything in life? Come on.
Do I have everything?
You got something.
Everything I want or
Yeah.
everything I
Like,
need?
do you have cars? Do you have house? Do you have kids? Do you have family? What?
I do have all of those things, yes.
Oh, you have everything?
Mhm.
You don't have Jesus.
Yeah.
So what happens when you die, bro?
Nothing.
Nothing? That's it? You
Yep.
die? That's it?
Yep, that's the end.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. That's it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Number one, when you die, you go to sleep until Jesus returns. All right?
No,
I tell you
there's a difference between dying and sleep. I don't know if you know that or not. I go to sleep every night.
No,
I haven't
your
died.
soul
I haven't
goes to sleep
I haven't
until,
died once.
until Jesus returns. Okay, and then it
I don't
says in the
believe in a
Bible
soul.
that Jesus is going. Oh, you don't believe in a soul? So you think you're okay? You know what? That's just I don't know. How do you not believe in a soul, man?
Prove to me
Come
there's
on.
a soul.
What?
Prove to me that there is a soul.
Okay. If there was no soul, you would be dead.
That's not proof of anything, sir. Prove to me that there's a soul.
Okay, if you listen, if you have no soul, you would be dead.
So that's called a heartbeat. Okay, that's not a soul. That's a heartbeat. When your heart
What
stops
happens if your
beating-
soul leaves the body? What happens if your soul leaves the body?
Sir, you're doing a real bad job at this.
I'm trying to tell you.
I just want to let you know. Like, I don't know if you're like a church.
I'm telling you, there's actually
I don't know if
person
you're
out
like
of
a. I don't
700
know if you're like a church going guy, like an evangelical or something like that.
No.
But I would go back if I was you. I would go back to my pastor and like try to I don't know, take notes or something. Because you're not doing well.
Yeah, I'm not doing well. Okay, I'm not doing well. Okay, sure. All right, cool. Can I tell you something? This topic changed from Trump to Jesus, and that's my goal. Okay, so yeah. So that's my goal.
Do you believe Trump is a Christian?
Thank you for letting me win. Trump, he has his ways. I can't say he's a Christian because of what he's done. Okay, but like, not everyone is perfect. All right, not everyone is perfect. I fuck up. You fuck up. You know, you don't believe in God. I do.
What's the requirements to be a Christian?
There's no. Actually, you want to know?
Yeah. What does the Bible say?
So, basically, what happens is if you want to be a Christian, you would have to accept Jesus into your heart as your Lord and Savior and believe that he died on the cross for your sins and believe that he rose again 3 days later after his death. Okay. And once you do that,
there's more. There's more.
Yeah. And then you have to repent from your sins. Okay. You have to let him live in your life. You can't just like, okay, I accepted Christ. Now I'm going to live my way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Donald Trump said he's never asked for forgiveness to God for anything in his entire life. So is he a Christian?
He never repented, so that I don't think he would be.
Oh, okay. So you think that Christians should stop supporting Donald Trump then?
I think we should not I think we should stop focusing on politics, and we should definitely start focusing on Jesus Christ.
But no. We're focused on politics. So you believe that Christians shouldn't support Donald Trump, obviously, right? Because Donald Trump has never asked for forgiveness, so therefore he's never accepted Jesus Christ into his life. So, and he's definitely not living that way. So I think that really the main message of this is that all Christians should all vote on the left. I think I think that is a great message. Okay.
How you doing? I changed this political live to a Jesus Christ live. Okay, so let's get to that point.
You just probably made like 36 atheists out of people.
What are you talking about?
Because your representation of Christianity is so bad, I'm pretty sure you just made a few people atheists.
I'm not perfect, man. I'm not.
No,
perfect.
I'm saying you're
I'm
not good at this, and you should stop.
As long as I'm like,
As long as I'm like. Listen,
I'm trying to get to the point. Okay.
Remix. DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I'm trying to like, you know,
I'm reaffirming my atheism. That's great. Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna move on to literally anyone else. Okay.
Have a good day.
All right. Yeah, I'm with Man of Tomorrow. Yeah, I will.
It's insane.
I wherever that dude is going, I want to be in the opposite one. All right. Wherever that dude's going, I don't care what like. Wherever I can go that's not with that guy, that's where I want to be. All right. Cause wherever that guy is, that's hell. Okay. Great. Thank you so much for the Hail Satan 666. And Tobin, thank you so much for the 666. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
22.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Why would you do that?
I'm just curious what you have to say about the price of gas. The price of gas is down.
And what did Donald Trump do to affect that?
So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not really so into politics, but I just feel like the president probably has a lot to do with the economy overall, whether it's a person's ability to feel stable. So again, I'm not so caught up on politics that I'm going to plead ignorance, which I know you're going to say is like I shouldn't be calling, which I totally hear. But I just think that overall, again, like I remember in terms of day-to-day living, when Biden was president, eggs were up, gas was up, and now it just seems like my everyday, costs are kind of going down.
Well, that's not true because literally last month was the first month in the time that Donald Trump has been presidency that gas prices were actually lower than they were when Biden left office. So
Yeah,
literally
Trump
all year,
hasn't-
but Trump gas prices
Mhm.
have been higher than they were under the Biden administration, and they always go down in the winter, so they're going to spike right back up as soon as the spring hits.
So for sure. So do you think though that in both directions, meaning when Biden takes office, that first year, so I assume his policies are still co-writing the previous administration, and similarly when Trump takes office, right, you can't make changes immediately. It takes time for things to happen.
You
So I
can.
would say, really, you think that you're right. I think like Trump with the border, right, things kind of took an immediate turn because you can make an executive order because you can do things like that. But I think when it comes to the economy, it's kind of hard overnight to make shifts like that.
No, it's not. What part of our economy is doing better right now?
Again, just in terms of grocery prices. which is
Grocery prices
obviously a
are
big
up
deal,
across
so
the board in the United States and have been all year.
okay, I don't know. I go to the supermarket and things are cheaper.
I don't know what supermarket you're going to. Can I get an address to that supermarket? Because it's the only grocery store in the United States that's cheaper.
Okay, I hear you. I'm telling you, facts are that I go to the grocery store and things are cheaper. And I think the fact that Trump was elected shows that the people were unhappy with the way that things were going, with business as usual, with politicians. And honestly, ironically, I think that I'm in New York.
They can be unhappy all they want. Grocery prices are up across the board in the United States on average. And I mean significantly. Like they are at like literal all-time highs. I don't know what you're talking about or what delusional world you're living in where grocery prices are cheaper, but they're not. Apparently you're talking about gas prices being cheaper and they weren't either. And I just don't understand what we're talking about, right? Like, do you go grocery shopping or do like your parents do it for you or something? Is there something that I'm missing here? Because grocery prices are not cheaper. That's why literally Donald Trump's approval rating in the United States at like for affordability in this country is like less than 30% because everybody sees that nothing is cheaper.
I hear what you're saying. I mean, again, the facts on the ground, I think like, again, I go to the grocery store. I live in New York. I go to the grocery store and things are cheaper. And I know, I just want to just reiterate, I'm in New York. I'm not a Mamdani fan at all. But, Mamdani got elected. I think that's also a reflection of the fact that people are upset with business as usual. Right? Mamdani's definitely not a classic politician. He's someone who, similar to, I think, ironically similar to Trump, isn't a regular politician, isn't someone who, again, this is hearsay, is bought by people, is, business as usual. He's someone who's a little bit more free-thinking and a little bit different. And I think the fact that the New Yorkers elected him, obviously for a different reason, because New York hates Trump, but for a different reason, they elected him because they're sick and tired of classic politicians and classic Democrats.
That's not why they voted for him. And that's how I know you're lying. The number one reason why people voted for Mamdani is because things like groceries are too expensive and he promised to bring them down. His main policy we ran on was affordability. The entire thing that he ran on was that prices have skyrocketed, especially with groceries in New York. Okay? And he was talking about ways to bring them down, like having state-sponsored grocery stores and stuff like that. So I don't know what you're talking about. The whole reason why Mamdani won is because grocery prices are higher, or one of the reasons. Grocery prices are higher, rent's higher, all those sorts of things are higher. That's literally the reason.
Okay, I hear. Can I just ask you a question? This has nothing to do with politics. I'm just curious about your platform.
I guess everybody wants to interview me today. I guess. What's up?
I'm just curious. Is there a reason why you often, and again, this isn't critical. I'm just curious why you often come off as very attacking, very aggressive, rather than just kind of keeping.
Oh, that's not me. That's your feelings.
Okay,
that has nothing to do with me.
Again, I'm not offended. I'm curious why. I feel like a lot of the callers often keep very monotone, keep it very.
I don't know what live you're fucking watching where my callers keep it monotone. You're the only monotone person I've had in two fucking hours.
Right there, I don't know why you're cursing at me.
I'm cursing because I curse in real life, and I don't stop doing that because your feelings are hurt.
My feelings are very much not hurt. But
Well, then why are you stopping this entire conversation to whine about me cursing?
I think that this is what liberals do.
I'm not a liberal.
Rather than just talk politics.
I'm not a liberal.
It
Sir,
ends up
you're
becoming
coming
very
up here
personal.
literally when we have fucking like literal data and proof that grocery prices are up significantly, especially in places in New York, and you come onto my lie like a fucking, like, I don't even like you're Donald fucking Trump, just lie like a motherfucker telling me that fucking prices are somehow down in New York. Okay. And then you expect
Bro,
me.
I just want to clarify. This isn't attacking now. I'm just asking.
You come onto my fucking platform, lie, okay, unequivocally lie, and you know you're fucking lying, right? And then you want to get mad and cry because they're like, oh, I feel like you're attacking me. My feelings are hurt, bro. If you need to go tone police someone, just go in the other room and talk to your mom. I'm sure she's there, okay? But this is not what this platform is about. All right. This platform is about having conversations about politics, preferably with people that are trying to be genuine. Okay. And you're obviously not. You obviously came up here to try to tone police and to fucking try to cry. And I don't really care about any of that shit. Okay. Actually, go get your mom. Put her on the phone.
Right. So this isn't what you're doing now. Isn't attacking?
No, this is me trying to hit on your mom.
My mom's basement. Okay. That seems normal.
Yeah, this isn't attacking. This is me trying. This is me trying to hit on your mom. Go get her.
Have an amazing night.
Yeah, you too.
Goodbye.
Your mom. Okay, no. God, get some adults into this conversation. Crazy. Oh my God. Randall, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Y'all, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you like support the live, do super chats, memberships, all the live gift goal, all that fun stuff. Love you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I'll be honest. I don't heavily support Trump. And I think, get off Truth Social. A lot of stuff he does, I'm not necessarily in favor with. But with that being said, I do support this. It's just the line of work I'm in with HVAC and plumbing. I really had a hard time with Biden as far as just doing business because of how much regulations they had on everything. And since Trump's been in, like I said, morally, I don't know how much I support him. There's a lot there, we can go back and forth with, but business is a lot easier and a lot better since he's been in.
Awesome. So what regulations did Biden put in?
Okay. So he made it incredibly hard in order to just do business as far as
what policy did he put in? What regulation did he institute? That's what I'm asking.
I got you. So the new appliance efficiency standards, he put on water heaters, air conditioning, refrigerators, where he required like more lower energy use for
what policy was that?
It was in the Affordable Care Act. It was
the Affordable Care Act was under Obama.
I'm sorry. You're right. The Inflation Reduction Act. I apologize.
The Inflation Reduction Act had high efficiency air conditioning policy in it. I don't remember that.
I promise it's in there. It's
all right. Let's take a look.
Once that took effect, every single unit had to have certain standards, certain things that doing it, and it just made it impossible. And you start to see it now with okay, so yeah, look up new appliance efficiency standards for water heaters, AC, refrigerators, and lighting.
Yeah, that doesn't look like what it actually did at all. It says that it gives money to offer homeowners rebates for electrifying and weatherizing their homes with 100% coverage for low-income households for things like heat pumps, electric stoves, and installation through implementation of state-led. And funds are dispersed by DOE grants while waiting for state programs. Existing programs like WAP and tax credits like the 25C energy efficient home improvement credits offered immediate savings based on income savings. It didn't look like there was a requirement anywhere in there. It just looked like there was different grants and funding to, for people that went to more energy efficient things.
So you're right. You are right. Like I said, I civil conversation. Like I'm not and whatnot. Everything you read's correct and whatnot. But they did have some restrictions in there. So the lower energy use for appliances. What it actually ended up doing was made it a monopoly to where only a few companies could actually do that. So basically, think of like you have to have a lower energy product to go to the shelf, right? And so like a small business cannot get their product on the shelf at that price that's going to do that. So you saw a lot of these companies like basically go under where they couldn't quite match the restrictions. And but anyways, where I'm trying to get at with it is, since they took those restrictions off, it has lowered the cost of just doing business altogether. It has made it a lot easier and whatnot. It was just a lot of restrictions, like with the fossil fuel production, the emissions, stuff
Hold
like
on.
that.
What did Trump do to release this restriction? I didn't see that anywhere. Well, first of all, I'm still not seeing that it even happened in the Biden administration. But where was this restriction lifted under the Trump administration?
As far as what, the fossil fuels or the other one?
No, you're making this claim that it's a lot easier to do business in, with air conditioners now or whatever appliances and stuff because Donald Trump lifted those restrictions. When did he lift those restrictions and under what policy?
Oh, the first day in office, very first day.
Cool. So the Inflation Reduction Act was a congressional bill, so Donald Trump doesn't have the ability to lift it on the first day. It would have to go through Congress. So when did he do that?
You may have me there 100%, but I know the first day in office, he's when he signed, what was it, like the 82 acts or whatever that he signed. That part of that was taken out of the Inflation Reduction Act, and since then, it has been a lot easier as far as just getting into somebody's house, putting air conditioning in, or doing plumbing work and whatnot. And they like I said, I'm not a full blown Republican like MAGA person,
I don't need you to qualify it. Just what you're saying isn't possible. It's not.
Well,
it's just not.
You're
telling me something that is truly not possible. Donald Trump cannot sign an EO to undo legislation. Okay, it's not possible. Okay, so when you're telling me that Biden put it in under the Inflation Reduction Act, which again I didn't see anywhere in the Inflation Reduction Act where he actually did that. Okay, and then you're telling me Donald Trump took it out through EO, which is not possible. Okay, then it makes kind of your whole argument sound ridiculous. And I'm not, like I said, this isn't me trying to be a dick. It's just, it doesn't make any sense.
No,
okay.
Fine.
Now, if you're saying that regulation caused appliance prices to go up, sure. Of course they do, right? Like that makes more sense. We're going to have more expensive appliances as they get more, as we get new technology, and as that new technology becomes more prevalent, then those prices of those same appliances go down, right? Just like, depending on what state you're in right now, most of these, these energy efficient regulations, stuff like that, are actually coming from the state. They're not even coming from the federal government. They're coming from the states. Like states like California, I know specifically, has very specific regulation within their own states on what kind of energy efficient appliances can be sold within their state, right? But this has nothing to do with Donald Trump, right? And second of all, that's not creating a monopoly whatsoever within, the prices of these appliances. That's just certain companies got with the program and other companies didn't get with the program. Like Sounds like those other
The hardest,
companies need to start building better product because energy efficient is good. It helps us to be able to do other things like even that, that our federal government wants to do, like build AI sensors, sensors. We can't do that because our electricity grids are so bad, or to enforce things like electric vehicles, right? We need to be able to enforce to supply enough electricity to have electric vehicles. We can't do that if appliances are sucking up all the energy.
so to get back, I believe it was February 14th is when that took effect. Is when the Department of Energy took that down. You can fact check me.
Oh, it's fine.
100%.
It wasn't Biden that did it then. That's if there was an EO to do it, then it wasn't from something Biden did. Okay, and second of all, that's not a good thing. It's actually a really bad thing for America, for Americans, right?
Okay.
So
okay. Well, let me ask you this. Okay. If let's say your air conditioning goes out, and I know this is such a minute part of the government. Like I know there's a lot of other things that you would vote on besides this, but I'm just talking to you like as
my air conditioner did go out this year. What's up?
Okay. Okay. So, and do you mind if I ask how much it costs to get it fixed?
I do mind. Yes, it was expensive though.
Okay. So, if okay, so it was your air conditioning. Okay, let me ask you this: was it a heat pump or was it like a?
No, it was that the system was really fucking old and the whole thing just fucking crashed, dude. The whole thing had to go. Yeah, the whole thing was shit. Yeah. They told me 3 years ago that the thing wouldn't make it through the winter, and it made it 3 more years. And I somehow survived it for 3 more years. And the whole thing was just shit.
I got you. So while Biden was in office, you would basically have to go in and explain, hey, you really should get solar panels. You don't actually need this. What you should do is this, this, and this. And by the end of it, you could end up losing a sale just because they might actually go that way. Now, I know you're going to say, well, you need to go to solar energy and everything like that. But then those people could have their own guy that they wanted to do air conditioning with or something like that. But you had to give them 25 different options more or less before you could actually get in there and fix the air conditioning. Like now it's like, oh, your heat pump's out. Let me see what I can do. Let me, get in here. Let me and do it. But it was just so much regulation as far as like following the standards and everything like that, just to get the same work done.
Sir, what state are you in?
North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah, I live in Florida. None of this shit exists here. This isn't a federal regulation thing. I could have whoever do whatever to my air conditioning system whenever. Like they came out, they assessed stuff, they showed them stuff, they did all sorts of stuff. None of this was federally regulated whatsoever. Like I do understand that Florida is very big on lack of regulation, but this isn't a federal regulation issue. This has nothing to do with Biden. Okay.
So the states that weren't affected by it were Florida, Tennessee, Texas, Montana, and it was 7 of them. So I'm not trying to be a smart ass dude.
No, but then it wasn't federal regulation. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they paused it. Okay, they paused it during theirs, and I know what you're saying. Like a federal law. Mandate.
If it was in the Inflation Reduction Act by something done by Biden, it would have affected all states unequivocally. Doesn't matter whether you're in a red state, blue state. That is literally the entire point of federal regulation, is that states can't come in and put in their little we're just not going to do that. That's just not how it works. Okay. If it was something that was put in by Biden on a federal regulation, all right, then it would have been a federal regulation passed by Congress. That's how congressional bills work. Okay. So that shows that it wasn't something that was under Biden. Now, I know Donald Trump is trying unequivocally to loosen, federal clean air regulations and all sorts of other things that are going to quickly heat and destroy our planet at an alarming rate, including things like pulling us out of the Paris Climate Agreement, right? And I have no doubt that if Donald Trump had a way of doing an EO to release a federal regulation that freaking, somehow made our environment worse, I'm sure he did it. I'm not denying that he didn't. All right. But at the end of the day, as a homeowner myself, I want an energy efficient appliance. First of all, I own my house, so I want to it's worth it to have more money in order for me to have reduced energy costs. Second of all, if I ever decide to rent my costs, it's a selling point to anybody that rents it. If I sell my house at some point, it's also a selling point for anybody that wants to buy the house there, right? So regardless of anybody of some federal regulation, it is going to make just financial sense to anybody that is replacing their air conditioner, whether that's on a house that they own, that they bought or that they're renting out or anything like that, to replace it with a high energy an energy efficient appliance, regardless of any of these federal regulations. So I don't understand how any of this really affects a business outside of businesses just, I don't know, throwing together some like crooked homemade appliance parts and throwing them into a house or something. I just don't get it.
Maybe I should clarify a little bit. So, and I respect everything you said 100%. Like, I know you get a lot of people on here yelling and screaming and whatnot. And like I said, it's not. I don't want you to think I'm a big Biden, hater either. I think he did some good stuff in there, but it was so hard, man. I'm telling you, to do business when Biden was in office. Okay.
W's in the chat for Megs up here. W's in the chat for Megs. Hey man, I really don't mean to be rude. It actually is like a nice calm conversation, but I'm actually already past time, so I'm gonna get off live for the night because I need to eat.
Okay. All right. You be safe. Okay.
Yeah, I hope you have a good one. All right.
All right. Take care.
All right. Well, I'll finish that conversation with him sometime there. Megs, can we get big W's in the chat for Megs for the upgraded membership over here? Really, really love that. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. That really, really means a lot. Barry, thank you so much for the $2. Said sheep people are in denial and are delusional. Yes, they are. Jason said, but he was Sherlock Holmes following deduction. Oh, that was from a previous caller. I appreciate that. And Lisa, thank you so much for the $5. Said I work in heating industry. Caller needs to either improve his company or learn where the regulations come from, or both. I'm going to go with both. Guys, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm going to go eat. You guys know I'll be late tomorrow because I have tennis. So I'll see you guys around 7:30 tomorrow night Central. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, join the Discord. Love you guys, right? Bye.